So I'm not sure if you've heard of Naughty Bear or not, but it's this new game that just came out, and it's $50. A lot of people are having some trouble with this game. Honestly, there's a lot of bad reviews out there. But I don't know. I don't think it's that bad. Okay, so basically, let me tell you what it is first. It's this really grumpy, angry bear, and he didn't get invited to a bear's birthday party. And this is how it all starts. I don't want to ruin much for you. And so he can't go to the birthday party, so he decides to go and slaughter everybody. So it is fun because you do get to play this bear with all these weapons and stuff, and you just go slaughtering other teddy bears. I mean, what couldn't be fun about that? But you are going to be fighting the camera a lot. The controls aren't that great. It is pretty wonky, I guess you could say, if that is even a word. So it is frustrating. Switching weapons is pretty easy. You can choose all these different weapons, guns. I think my favorite is probably the axe. You also can get so angry that you run around and you destroy the other bear stuff, like their toilets and sinks, you know, just normal house stuff. Or you can mess it up so that they come and try to fix it, and then you can slaughter them for extra points while they're trying to fix it. You can scare them. You can scare them so much that they'll go insane and commit suicide. So it is a fun, you know, goofy little game. It is just it's very frustrating to control. But, you know, a lot of people are really giving it bad reviews, and I'm going to go with a 3. With 3 out of 5. Which means it's a little bit better than not that great. It's playable. But the problem is it's $50. And that's a lot for this game. It definitely feels like it should have been a PSN or Xbox Live Arcade game instead of a full release. I don't know. It just doesn't feel like a disc game to me. It does feel like something that should have been a more compact, shorter game. There's a lot of other modes you can play. There's timed modes. There's modes you gotta play without actually, like, killing anybody. There's modes you want to kill everybody by getting them to commit suicide. There's tons of different modes, so it's not just the basic story mode of you running around slaughtering teddy bears, when basically that is kind of the whole idea. Also, you want to stop some of them from calling the cops or going for help or escaping. It really is just a slaughtering game, which is something I always love. I don't mind a game that gives me a weapon and says, here, just go kill a bunch of things. And then to make them really cute. But there's a lot of stuff going on screen all at once. It's really hard to figure out what's going on. Especially in the modes where it's like, don't let any of them escape and such. And it's like, oh, fluffy bears trying to escape. But you don't know. You've got 4 bears in front of you. You don't know which ones those are. You don't know where the escaping one is. Like, there's nothing like on your screen that's blinking to show you, oh, you need to go here. He's going away that way. There's all this, like, the point calculations are going on the screen along with who's escaping and who's calling for help and who's hiding. And it's just so much that it's really, really hard to kind of just zone in on what you're trying to do. Because you're just trying to pay attention to everything at once, and there's other bears trying to shoot you and escaping and calling help, and it's kind of, I don't know how bad I can cuss on YouTube, or, like, I'm sure I got kids watching this, but it's kind of like a cluster crap, I guess. It's just like, oh my god, what's going on? I just want to kill bears. Now, if it was simply just a bear slaughtering game, that'd be awesome, but the fact that there is a lot more going on, and there's a lot more expected of it, it's kind of just, it's more frustrating than it is fun to play. But if you've got $50 to throw around, and you're just like, I want to slaughter bears, then go for it. But I would suggest waiting until this is in the bargain bin. Like, $15-20, I think would be a fair price. Same price as like a good Xbox Live Arcade game. And, yeah, so if you're looking for something really great to play, or just a time killer, I wouldn't suggest Naughty Bear. But if you can find it really cheap somewhere, or you got a friend that doesn't want it anymore, it is worth playing. It is. I wouldn't say totally miss it, but rent it. That's it. Definitely rent it. Don't buy.